Should you be releasing your single weekly, fortnightly, or monthly? This is one of the toughest decisions that any artist is going to face when planning out their release schedule. Literally yesterday, I was talking to a musician on Instagram. He told me he had about 50 songs left that he hadn't yet released. He had so much artwork, so many graphic assets and video assets ready to promote these songs. He just didn't know the timeline of when he had to do it. And I thought I definitely need to tackle this question because it's very subjective. If you consider putting out music in any way, you have the two phases. You've got the hype building and the traffic driving phases. If you decide to go with putting these songs out weekly, you have a dilemma to face. So in a 1 week cycle, the first week is easy. You're driving hype to the very first song. But in the second week, while you're driving traffic to song 1, you've already got to start building up hype for song 2. And then when that song comes out, the same again. You're driving traffic to song 2 and building hype for song 3. And that crossover can get really unhealthy. And you're becoming into a promotional mindset where your assets will be coming out this week. Listen to this now. Very instructional rather than like emotive and really engaging the user. So weekly isn't the best format. Yes, it will get you through the long stack of releases quicker, but you don't really let each song the perfect chance to breathe. It doesn't get its moment. So I'm not the hugest fan of weekly. Of course, there is the rush strategy, which is one amazing way when you do much shorter sprints on each song. You can almost announce a song on a Wednesday, drop it on a Friday, and by Sunday, you've already started talking about the next song. That is okay, but you have to have an existing fan base in order to be able to do that. But what if you thought about going fortnightly? So in week 1 and 2 of the month, you're talking about song A, and week 3 and 4 of the month, you're talking about song B. The only problem is your fans will go in this mindset of you're putting out so much music, the first one they'll pay attention to. But song 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, they'll just think, oh, there's lots of music coming, I'll listen to it when I get time. You're not really interrupting someone's day. You're not disrupting their progress in their week to then give them some value. It's feeling very like planned and it's very like methodological. Can't even pronounce that. Methodical, that you're doing certain things certain weeks of the month. It doesn't feel authentic. So again, I'm not the most big fan of fortnightly releases either. Because again, your songs are not breathing in like a 42-day content calendar. You are going to get them out quicker, but you're really going to get 26 songs out in the year. So it will take you, again, 2 years to get through a full 52. So what about monthly? Monthly is a great way of going. And again, you have the same crossover problem where, the first 15 days of the month, you're ramping up to song A, which is okay. But in the second 15 days of the month, not only are you promoting song A, but you're also trying to build a hype for song B. And so that crossover can be delicate. Same goes for month 3, 4, 5, and 6. And eventually, with all of these scenarios, you get to a stage where the musician hasn't planned the assets enough and haven't done enough of a good job at promoting the song. So they skip a month, they skip a fortnight, they skip a week. And the moment you do that, your trust from your audience breaks and you have to reset back to zero to earn their trust up again. When you return after that week, you'll have a guilty feeling in your stomach that you've let your own fans down. And you need to make it up to them in a better way than asking them to click the link on a song that you couldn't be bothered to promote properly. So those are your options: weekly, fortnightly, or monthly. If you forced me to choose, I would probably go for fortnightly. Because when you have a stack of songs to get through, one of the quickest ways to go is to blitz through them, but give them each their time to shine. So I would map out a complete Excel content calendar from the day I was going to begin until the 31st of December, 2022. And on every single row, I would put the date, which platform I'm promoting on, so Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram feed, exact same content, and then also a TikTok as a separate line. And I would show what asset I'm talking about that day. So if you think, instead of thinking about how many posts you have to make per day, think of what is the topic of the day. And it doesn't really matter how many posts you make. You can do multiple stories and a reel and a feed post and a feed video. It doesn't matter how many you do, but you have one singular thought of each day. And if you plan an Excel table like that, you'd then be able to have a very clear guide of when you need to have an asset ready by, a graphic, a video, but also what you are talking about. So you don't conflict and you're talking about song A and hyping up song B at the same time. You'll have a very clear approach. So if you need any help planning a campaign like that, drop me a line and we can have a virtual coffee together. I would love to get into the trenches and help you game plan how many songs you want to release and a really systemized strategy for how you want to do it. I work with Afrobeat singers, dance producers, I work with lo-fi rappers, I cover all genres at the All About Helping agency, and I help you drive more streams, views, and fans than you've ever realized before. And I'm a coach that can design the perfect plan for you. It's not a one-size-fits-all. I'll always customize the plan and to the artist that needs help in the best way possible. So what would you do if you had the choice between a weekly release, fortnightly release, or a monthly release? How would you do it? Let us know down below. We want to have some discussion and build up some interaction here on this channel so this can be a hub for communication between musicians and strategists. And I really, really hope this serves you some value and you find out the best way to promote your single. So thanks so much for watching. Stay locked into the podcast and subscribe so you never, ever, ever miss an episode here on YouTube or on the audio format for Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Music, and all other podcasting platforms.